The room is empty. The air is still. There is no applause, no validation, no one to echo your thoughts back to you. For most, this is a nightmare. For a Stoic, this is power. You have been told that loneliness is a curse, a thing to be escaped at all costs. Society drowns you in distractions, endless conversations, artificial connections, fleeting pleasures, anything to keep you from facing yourself. But the truth, loneliness is not your enemy. It is your greatest teacher. Some of the most formidable minds in history knew this secret. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet his most profound battles were fought in solitude. Seneca, surrounded by power and wealth, found wisdom in withdrawing from the noise. Epictetus, once a slave, discovered the kind of freedom that no chains could touch. They understood something most people fear, that in solitude you do not wither. You sharpen. The world teaches you that to be alone is to be incomplete. From childhood, you are programmed to seek constant interaction, to fear the absence of companionship. But what if that fear was misplaced? What if the absence of others is not emptiness but space? Space for something deeper, something more powerful. Seneca wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Yet most flee from this retreat, terrified of what they might find. The Stoic, however, welcomes it. He sits in the silence, unafraid, unshaken. He listens not to the voices of the world, but to the wisdom within. Loneliness does not weaken you. It refines you. When you strip away the noise, the influence, the external expectations, you are left with the rawest version of yourself. And that version, that is the foundation upon which true strength is built. It is in solitude that you understand discipline, not as a burden, but as a liberation. Without distraction, you see your weaknesses with brutal clarity. Without an audience, you perform not for praise, but for truth. When no one is watching, when no one is listening, do you still hold to your values? That is the test of a true Stoic. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Strength is not found in numbers, in validation, in the approval of the masses. Strength is found in the ability to stand alone, unwavering, unbroken. The weak seek constant reassurance. The strong cultivate inner certainty. The world changes, people come and go, fortunes rise and fall, but the Stoic remains, because he has built his fortress within himself. You are not alone. You are with the only person who will remain with you until your final breath, yourself. And if you have not made peace with that person, if you have not sharpened their mind, strengthened their will, tempered their emotions, then you are not truly living. You are merely waiting. Seneca did not fear exile. Epictetus did not mourn his solitude. Marcus Aurelius did not tremble in his introspection. They embraced it. They mastered it. And because of that, they mastered themselves. There is no such thing as being alone. There is only the opportunity to know yourself without interruption. Solitude is not something that happens to you. It is something you choose, something you wield, something you transform into strength. When you stop fearing loneliness, you stop fearing life. You move through the world untouched by its chaos, unshaken by its temporary attachments. You love without clinging. You lose without breaking. You walk alone, yet never feel lost. So, I ask you, when was the last time you sat in silence, truly alone, without reaching for a distraction? When was the last time you faced yourself without fear? Your challenge is this: embrace solitude, not as a punishment, but as a path. Step into the silence, not to escape the world, but to find yourself within it. If you seek strength, if you seek wisdom, if you seek mastery, begin here. Subscribe now and walk with us on the path of the Stoics, where solitude is not suffering, but the forge of an unbreakable mind.